shut your eyes if you want. It'll help probably. It's very bright in here for this story. There's maybe a guy. Well, no, let's say a girl. There's a girl in the street and she's having an argument with a guy, an old man. And she's like, you stepped on my favorite new Air Force One sneakers. And my hat, you jerk. My hat, which was blown asunder from my head and onto this floor, whereupon you stepped on it. You're a real jerk. And right? And 2 policemen on horses arrive, right? And so all she hears is, how can we help you? She turns around, right? And she looks up at the policeman. She's like, listen, this guy, and just like, no, not up there, down here. She looks down, and the horses, they're talking to her. They're like, hey, what's up? How can we help you?
Love the horses.
The horses say that. And she's like not prepared or anything. She's like, oh, what? Are you talking horses? And they're like, no. We're humans who can talk, so that's normal. We just happen to be in the shape of horses. What's up? What's going on over here? And she's like, what? A talking horse? Wow, listen, that's not what I said. But what's going on? What's your name? She says her name is Chairtree. Chairtree? Interesting, great. First name, Miss Chairtree? She says, Hungry Judith. Great, say the horses. Hungry Judith Chairtree, what seems to be the issue here? And she's like, I can't believe we're talking horses. Listen, I can't tell you enough, we're not talking horses. We are 2 human boys. My name is Mitchell Bill, the human boy in the shape of a horse. This is Rye Boy, the boy. It's in the name. He's also in the shape of a horse. And she's like, well, this guy's... No, listen, honestly, what has happened? How are you horses? Like, Angry Wizard. What's that? Angry Wizard turned us into horses. Listen, and you know what? No one's really had this much lip about it up until now. Things that people said to us while we were human. Oh, too pale. Put your pants back on. Things that people say to us now that we have the shape of horses. Hey, beautiful soft fur. Hey, take those pants off. You know? So I don't really see what the problem is. What is the problem here with you? You're in an altercation with a wizened old man. What's going on? And she's just like, listen, this jerk over here, right? Okay, old man, he just walks off. We look back. The horses look back, which is us, I guess. Yeah. We look back.
We look back.
There's another horse.
Oh, yeah.
See? We just look at each other. Angry Wizard. There's a robbery up the street. The robber gets stopped, looks up, 3 horses. How can we help you? That's my intro. What a mess.
Listening to you stumble through that was amazing. Hey, this is How Can We Help You? A very, this is a themed podcast, a comedy podcast all about hospitality. I don't know how you didn't get that through the intro. I shouldn't have to explain it to you. You
hospitality, you idiots. It's all about hospitality, how to treat a horse real nice in your home.
Horses freak me out. I'm Rye Boy the boy.
Oh, I'm Mitchell Bill, who's fine with horses. Helping us out over here is dear old Wayde the Spade.
He doesn't talk.
He doesn't talk.
Even when we let him.
But he does have an incredible amount of body hair from the belly button down. So much so that in visits to Greece, they have worshipped him as the god Pan, who is, of course, half goat. Yeah. Oh, is that what happened on Wayde's holiday?
History lesson.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, I've read one book,
mythology
and that's what I reference in all history.
What's
lessons.
A fawn? Tell me that. Yeah.
Same thing.
Oh, it's just, okay. He's a fawn.
Fawn or a falling?
Falling out.
A falling out
with horses.
Falling out, I believe, is after nuclear warfare.
Oh, that's fallout.
That's. You've got to stay out of the falling out from the nukes.
America and Russia have had a bit of a falling out.
A bit of a falling out.
And they've nuked each other. And all of the siblings
Stand clear of that.
have now got a third nipple. Everything else is fine.
Is that what happens from nuclear falling out?
Yes, that's it. That's the best only yet.
Trippy nippies. Hey, let me tell you something about this week.
Yes,
Okay.
I want to hear all about it.
So, okay, first of all, we sort of briefly said it in Shortchanged, which was, yeah.
What
but
a fucking mess that was last
Yeah, that
week.
was a
But you
disgrace.
guys were like loving it.
yeah, skip it. It was fine. We no longer work together.
Oh no.
Rye Boy the boy no longer works for me.
Yeah, which means I don't have to answer to you anymore. I can do what I want.
You did anyway. But Rye Boy the boy might become Rye Boy the almost man. But
Were you holding me back?
I think so. I was stunting your growth.
You're like playing Obi-Wan Kenobi holding Anakin Skywalker back, and I was ready for the trials.
You were ready to build your own saber.
No, you build your own saber early in the fucking training,
Lifesaver.
you idiot. Fucking Jesus Christ.
From a cave. A cave
Don't
with
stop.
a toad boy in a robe. And he helps you build your
Oh,
lifesaber.
you have that. Okay, you have seen Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seen it all.
Yeah?
Old Mr. Buckethead over there
Yeah.
with his breathing.
Yeah.
He's great.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it.
And his pet donkey. But so I have a new crew,
Yeah.
bigger crew.
Uh-huh.
Not in size, well, definitely in size, but also in numbers. Yours quite small as well. So, like you're a lean fella.
I'm a lean. Yeah.
You're not small. I'm smaller than you.
Squinny boy.
in the pants, but you're like limber and agile.
Yeah, but I can get in nooks and crannies easily.
Yeah. Oh,
Not grannies.
you
don't know why I
if
said
you
that.
oil Rye Boy the boy up, tell
You
you
can get
what,
in anything.
he'd slide right through a pack of grannies.
Which I need to, because old women love me, because I remind them of their sons, because I'm a
We
bright.
say this so often.
I don't know why. It just always
I'm
comes
gonna
to
put it on a shirt.
Just do it. That's why I say it all the time. I knew it would make a good shirt.
Yeah, that's true.
Picture of me. I remind you of your son.
Well, if you're wearing the shirt, you don't need a picture of you on it.
They got a dementia, so I have to remind them all the time. So
By
I
a
just put it
picture of you on
put-
your torso because they can't remember where to recognize
But the
people.
slogan, I
the
don't-
face or the torso.
I'm not going to tattoo the slogan onto my forehead.
No, you wear the t-shirt with the slogan, but the slogan doesn't need your face on it because your face is already sticking out of the t-shirt.
Yeah, that's true. What if I'm tired and they don't recognize me?
What if you... They remind you of their tired sons. Got a new crew. Woof! And one of them already knows me, all right?
Okay.
And in one of the introductory little meetings, he was like, oh, I thought you were going to give a bit of a plug to how can we help you there for a second. And I was like, I can't because it's inappropriate. We swear all the swears. We do all of them. I'm not going to count them all off
Butts a
now.
lot.
We talk about butts a lot. Well, we talk about your butt a lot.
Specifically my butt.
Wade's counting all the swear words we've done. Get back to us. He knows at least 3. So let me tell you this. This episode, right?
Yeah.
It's clean.
Clean?
This is my clean episode.
Okay.
So every time I almost do a swear, I'm just going to come up with a new swear word that isn't a swear word.
I already talked about slipping through grannies.
Yeah, but no swear words were used.
True.
So instead of saying, instead of
What if I say
using...
I like granny's fanny? Does that count?
it's pretty.
It's
It's sort of
towing the line.
archaic as a swear word.
Yeah,
in
it's a
that
bit-
way,
a
I
bit
think
older.
that's okay.
Okay.
But-
Someone asked me, you asked me actually the other day, what's my favorite swear word? Not my favorite word. And my favorite swear word I said was fanny. And in retrospect, I disagree. It's not that good.
But it is
funny
a fun word. It
It's
is
a good
a very
word.
fun word.
Yeah, sure.
If-
Mum's favorite word is plug. I don't know why she always made a big deal about it, but her
Plug?
favorite word is plug. I think because she loves it so much because it sounds like when you plug up something. You go plug.
right. Onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That is a good word. There used to be a Mad...
You're right, Mum.
Good job, Mum. There was a Mad Magazine comic that had how products were named.
Yeah.
And it said Tonka was onomatopoeia because it's the sound the truck makes when you hit someone with it.
A tonk. Ah!
Yeah. And I was like, hey, Mad Magazine. Well done.
Well, I did some good stuff.
Instead of doing swear words, I'm going to come up with a different word. So even if it's perhaps... Because, I like to use the Son of God to punctuate my things.
Oh yeah.
If
I
I'm in
pictured
distress.
the sun. I pictured light coming off God, as in like the sun is God, and
Yeah.
the sun.
No, God famously had a son.
I heard of him.
Like one of the most popular dudes in the world. Ever.
Homer. That's the first name that pops into my head.
It's not him.
No, okay.
His name was Jesus. Right?
Ah.
And that's not what this podcast is about.
I've
but
only heard him as a
I'm not
swear.
using his name in vain tonight, at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
So I will instead say janky Christmas, you know? That sort of thing.
That
If I'm
sounds-
going to come out with the F word, I'll be like, fart in a cup, put it to your ear, listen to the ocean. You know? Whatever happens.
Janky Christmas
if I
sounds
do-
like a sex maneuver.
Explain it, please.
I guess you got to wrap your butt up like a present.
Yeah. My butt's a present for the present. It's a gift for now. Unwrap me, baby.
You definitely have to fall over it sometimes. Like you're having sex through a present wrapped butt, and you fall over, and like we're not doing very well. It's a bit of a janky sex move. That's all I got. It's
the janky Christmas.
Janky Christmas.
Well done. I mean, we'll work on it together, alone,
The
after this.
improvisation's not my strong suit.
It's a good thing we have this very off-the-cuff podcast. I am hoping that if I let a swear word slip, I can just say another word after it, and Wade might
So strong, mate.
just move that word forward and over it. Is that how editing works? You just sort of circle the word,
Yeah, I mean, kinda.
slide it over.
Yeah, don't touch the equipment, Wayde. He's not going to edit that out. That's in now.
Boy. Hey, how's it going, mate?
Hey, I'm going actually pretty well, I would say. Pretty good, mostly. Happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy overall. Thank you very much for asking. How are you?
Yep, fine, thank you. That was weird. Are you sure you're
Let's
okay?
think about it.
You're crying.
I'm real good. I just go through I guess it is to do with
Janky Christmas.
Huh? Because I just can't work it out. I can't find anyone to do it with me.
Hey, that's not true.
So tweet at
You're
Rive-
not looking.
Boy the boy.
Right, boy.
And tell him how much you'd love to do a Janky Christmas.
Fan art, please. Fanny art of a janky Christmas with Wade. We need fan art of Wade
Yeah, we do.
because we've given a lot of descriptors of how he looks. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah. And now
Hair from the belly button down. Really long elbows. Incredible eyesight.
he's in a cage.
His eyesight
most of the time.
is so good that he has to wear really thick glasses because he's afraid of what he can truly see. You know? Like, we've got to get some art done of this guy.
He sent it into How Can We Help You podcast at Instagram. That's the actual tag.
How can we help you podcast at Instagram?
Like, yeah,
Send it into at Instagram.
sure, but you know, like no one's plugging that into a URL. Everyone just searches it, right? Search How Can We Help You podcast on Instagram.
Yeah, right.
We just normally give out fake taglines like,
Yeah, but that's real.
Yeah,
and we
that's
want
the
to
real
see
one.
your art.
we legitimately want to see your stuff.
Yeah. Show me that janky Christmas. It sounds a bit like an old dance, though.
Oh, it does.
As well.
Yeah, Grandpa
The
loves
janky
doing the janky Christmas.
Yeah. You definitely got to have your hands high. I don't know why.
One hand high.
One hand high.
One hand.
Jankin.
Oh, so good.
Oh, Wade's
Wade's
doing.
doing the janky
That's actually
Christmas.
pretty bloody good.
That's- yeah.
Visual
Oh, boy.
format.
We'll
Hey,
post it as an Instagram.
one of
story.
the things, you know, sometimes, so I have a new job and it's quite exhausting.
Oh, no.
You think I'm sleepy usually.
I do.
Well, I am. You should see me now, which you
But also
can.
you talk-
I'm so sleepy. No, it's just exhausting. You know, with any new job, you need a little bit of time to get into the groove.
Not me.
Not
I
you,
just-
because you don't do.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Don't
No,
try.
I hit 10% of my power.
Yeah.
It's a weird way of saying that.
Yeah.
But as soon as I get into any job,
Only ever seen 10% of my power. Like you turn around and like one day I see you making coffee with your left hand and you're amazing. I was left-handed the whole time.
that's not like
It's a
responsibility.
swan.
If I 110% it, everyone's like, well, you gotta run this joint. And I want that responsibility.
No.
That's why I do it.
That's why Right, great. Well, I have done no preparation, which I usually don't because I'm also just sleepy boy all the time. You guys usually do all the preparation. And this time I've done less preparation. Usually you send a message out and you say...
I did send that.
Hey, can you maybe do this or something like this?
Yeah.
And usually I'm like, yeah, I'll do that the night before.
Sure.
And this time I did not.
Great.
So instead of doing that thing, let me tell you a story of a thing that I hate happening, all right, in hospitality. And that works because this is the perfect format for that.
This is a hospitality
comedy podcast. And we teach you how to be better at hospitality.
Well,
Well, we don't, but that was the original idea. And then we just got so giggly. And also we didn't want to give away our special secrets. And
yeah, that's my issue.
Yeah,
I don't want to give people
got so
all
many
my special secrets.
How to coast under the radar. But okay, all right, listen up. I was in the country, okay, of Australia.
Well,
Yeah.
well, you've been to a lot of countries. I'm glad you clarified.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Very well traveled, even in Australia.
Yeah, that's not a brag.
Yeah, it is. You ever been to Perth?
No, I'm
me neither.
I'm happy.
But wait, no, see, heaps of people haven't travelled Australia.
But I don't want to go to Perth.
Why not?
I've just only heard bad things from my dad.
Perth is. I've seen it on Instagram and it looks lovely.
Everything looks lovely on Instagram.
I saw a few weddings there.
Deserts look great in Instagram,
The
but
beaches look really
deserts
nice.
suck.
Deserts don't suck, mate. You ever been to a desert?
No.
It's fucking great.
Yeah?
It's you would actually really like it because most of your cartoons are about deserts.
I've actually thought about this.
You'd be inspired.
Before I start,
Do you know what? Shut up. You're wrong.
Once I started talking, I was like, I would actually love
Yeah.
deserts so much. It's actually the place I really want to go the most.
Yeah. An Arctic tundra. What about that?
Yeah, I would love the Arctic tundra.
Oh, baby.
Except I don't own any clothes.
That's true. We're gonna see some real shrinkage there. What about what I was talking about? I was traveling Australia this weekend, just gone, and we went into a bakery, right?
Okay.
It's a popular bakery.
Yeah.
And it is in a country town where I don't expect Melbourne level anything. You know, hospitality is a huge Melbourne thing, and I'm not saying like everywhere that's not Melbourne is shit. I'm just saying.
Sounds like that.
I know it sounds like that. I am saying that when I'm in Melbourne,
Yeah.
there are so many places to choose from because it's all about cafes.
Yeah.
That if you're not the best, you're really like I'll whinge about you. But when I'm in the country, there's 2 cafes and a bakery. I'm not going to whinge about you. You're the only people there, and you're doing what needs to be done. Great job. But this one thing, and it happens to me quite every now and then, where I was standing with my girlfriend, partner, maybe
humble
you would
brag.
say. I'm not sure what terminology you would like to.
Kind of up to you guys.
The sort of person I hold hands with at the beach.
Sure, I
And
hold hands with anyone.
That's not true.
No.
You cannot approach a stranger and hold their hand.
I'm also just not big on
I feel an
contact with
Instagram video coming on.
I know I want to do like prank videos.
It's not a prank video. It's a video about love
About me looking
and
for
finding
love.
it in the strangest places. At the
Well,
beach.
Oh, I'm a little flutter, ready for it.
We are discussing what. Can you not sigh and roll your eyes like my
No, I
story
take a
is
deep
just
breath
the
because I'm
worst
full of
thing?
gas and I'm trying to like move things around a little bit.
Let me move you around. I'll move your tum-tum around.
Oh, the love's already bubbling up.
So we're looking for things and we're discussing, really, we've only got a little bit of cash, but we've also got a card. And then I'm like, hey, what are we going to do? Do you want a bit of this? Do you want a bit of that? While we're talking, the girl is like, what can I get you? And we're standing far back from the counter, talking. And so I just sort of was like, oh, 1 minute, and I turned further away so that it's obvious that we are not waiting for service.
Yeah.
We're out of the queue.
Yeah.
And so she leans over the counter and goes, like, I don't want to yell into the mic, but yells, what can I get you? And we're just like, yeah, all right, this and this. And we kind of misordered because we were sort of forced to order at the time. And that happens so often where they're just like, it's happened to me in a pub where I was standing like 5 feet back from the bar. There's no one else there.
Was
I was
I
on
with
my
you?
phone. No.
Okay.
But I feel like it has happened with us as well.
Yeah, we were in the city.
I was by myself,
Okay.
and unless you're imaginary, and I was like standing back,
I'm
and I
just
was
always
looking at
with
my
you.
phone, just trying to find where my mate was, and the guy's like, "What can I get you?" And I'm like, "I'm on the phone," and
Yeah.
he sort of rolled his eyes like, "Oh, how dare you be on the phone when you're queuing for a drink?" I'm like, "I'm definitely nowhere near looking for service over here."
This was with me.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, but it's a very similar situation that happened.
Yeah,
because
it happens a lot. That's what I'm saying. That's
crazy.
the story.
Oh my god, I'm sorry for
And
ruining the story.
they also gave me the tiny. We ordered popcorn chicken for like something like $24, and they gave us like 8 pieces of popcorn chicken at this bar. It was bullshit.
You said $20? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it
Jesus
was more
Christ.
than $20. It was like a
Popcorn chicken should
fancy
never cost anything
pub.
like that.
Popcorn chicken should never cost anything.
It should be complimentary.
It should be the bits that they couldn't fit into a full nugget and just had to cut off and toss aside.
They're not much bigger than. They're not that much smaller than nuggets, are they? Nuggets are pretty tiny.
No, it's pretty tame. That's a t-shirt.
That's the right.
Nuggets
The boy,
pretty tiny.
right, boy, the boy. Nuggets are pretty tiny.
Oh, baby.
Hey, you want to do some industry news?
Are we doing industry news? I
Yeah.
thought you had a topic.
Oh, I did.
Did I ruin it?
No,
With my topic.
We can do it now.
No, we can do industry news now. That's fine.
No, it makes more sense because you didn't prepare anything, so we should drag this out a
Okay,
little
yeah.
further. Hey, so we meet people who love the thrill of hospo, right?
Yep, it's thrilling.
We meet people who are just like so. I mean, how can I put this? So it's like there's certain people who need to be at 11 all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And they freak everyone else out, especially younger people who haven't been in the industry for as long.
Yep.
They're like, what the fuck is this energy? I can't deal with it. But this
Whoa.
person's like,
Watch the swears, my friend.
fuck.
Oh, no. You've done it again.
Oh, bollocks. Does that count?
I think so.
Oh, bugger.
Oh, pigeon stew.
I was reading an article. I'm going to divert slightly. I was reading an article about these chefs. Is this in industry news? No, this is. I was going to put in industry news, but I'm not going to
Who are
anymore.
you asking? Why did you look up?
I was speaking
Heavenly
to.
Father, did I find this in industry news?
They were cooking up some stuff like
There's no
some.
way imaginary you is English in my head. Sorry,
They
go
were
on.
just they were cooking up discarded food, like food that is slight blemishes and stuff like that, like fruit that's got a bruise or fruit that's whatever been nibbled at by a porcupine of all animals.
Yeah.
And they're like, we'll cook it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And then they cook it up and they feed you, and it's a good time. They're very high-ranking chefs. I'm not explaining this very well.
No, I get it.
Bit of a situation.
Porcupines.
Fuck, what was I talking about?
No swearing, Rye.
You're not allowed to swear.
It's a clean episode that you can listen to with your family. Do a word for Wade to edit in over, which he's definitely not going to do.
Piccaninnies.
Piccaninnies.
Oh yeah, they were saying we're used to cooking all kinds of weird things, like magpies and snakes.
Why are they used to this?
Right, exactly. Who eats magpies?
That's so weird.
Right? Do you put magpies in pies? Does that make sense?
Wade's slowly raising his hand.
Wait, have you eaten magpie before? Have you heard of people eating magpie? No. I just
Have you heard of people meeting magpies?
I was asking for a nod. Have you eaten magpie? Have you seen people eating magpies? Have you heard of magpie pies being eaten?
Is it
That was
similar
circles.
to,
Oh my god.
you know, what's the old rhyme that involves cooking birds into a pie?
Blackbirds into a pie.
Blackbirds
Stick your
into a
thumb
pie. A
it,
magpie's
you
a
throw
kind of
into the
black
thumb.
pun.
Wait. Where magpies are only in Australia? Is that right?
Nah,
No,
I
they're
don't know.
around other
I think they're
places.
everywhere.
Okay. Everywhere.
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 I remember seeing some in a deep sea dive, which was alarming. Arctic tundra. And you're like, this is my last apple. And they're just like, rah! Damn it. Not you again. You flying
Yeah.
Wallace.
It's hard, isn't it?
Cheese grommet.
Okay.
Cheese grommet. That's
Cheese
my
grommet.
swear word.
Cool.
Go on. It's your story.
So a lot of people get really addicted to that chaos, to that level of hustle and hospitality. But
They're high on adrenaline.
Yeah,
They're
that's the thing.
crank of hospitality.
Yeah, basically, because I was listening to this book that was talking to me. I was listening
to a book and it was talking to me.
No, I was listening to a book.
This is how cults start.
It's not the first time recently someone said that I sound like I'm starting a cult.
Yeah, that is how Mormons started. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like, I'm looking into this sack, and there's a tablet, a stone tablet, and it's telling me the word of God. No, you can't look in it.
I think he just translated the book from the stone tablets, from the gold tablets.
Yeah,
into
which no
the
one
book.
could see.
No,
Otherwise
only he can see.
everyone
And there's
would
a
die.
doctor who's writing it all down.
Yeah, a doctor.
Yeah, it was a doctor.
Well, I trust him.
Yeah.
Or her. Oh.
No, not in those days.
Well, okay.
Well,
What days was it?
it's like early 1900s.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, it was in America as well. I don't know.
America hates women doctors.
Probably around those times. I don't know.
Grey's Anatomy is all about women doctors.
Yeah, not in those days.
Yeah, that's true.
That was my whole point.
They barely had TV back then, you know?
It was talking. The book was talking about people who get who get addicted to extreme sports and stuff like that because it's. I mean, this isn't everybody who does extreme sports, but it's such a good way of focusing on the present moment. Basically, you can't think about anything else. You can't. So if you're constantly thinking about the past or thinking about the future, thinking about like, oh, I haven't got the job that I want, or this happened to me in my childhood, and everything's messed up in my life situation. But when you're on the slopes of of the mountains that aren't high enough, and you try and get down to the bottom real quick on a board, you can't think about anything else. If you think about something else, you're dead, brother.
You're dead, brother.
And I was thinking about this with hospitality because I think it's the same thing for some people with hospitality.
I think you're trying to find a way to normalize the fact that you can't focus at work because you're thinking of everything but the moment.
No, but I don't. Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah, just like.
But I'm not one of those people who
No,
get
you're not.
hooked into that routine of like being
Excitement.
at 110% all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I mean, all the wiggling time.
Oh, the wiggling time.
And but I've met people who are, and it's really intense to be around them.
Yeah.
But also because I feel that these people get addicted to the chaos rather than the actual busyness.
Yeah.
Because then you meet people who are like, man, I'm like crazy today. It's like it wasn't actually crazy today. It was just chaotic today.
You acted manic in a very manageable episode.
Yeah,
of work. Now on cable.
Most busy places, if you can set those systems up properly, busyness doesn't turn into chaos. It's not so that's
No.
the whole. That means you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Basically, which took me a long time to learn because I was in the country, and not to generalize all country hospitality businesses, but a lot of them are more loosely run because you got more downtime. It's easier to
Definitely
to get out
it's
of the rhythm.
also hard to spring back from downtime.
Very hard, especially for someone like myself.
Yeah.
Who's very often not on when he needs to be on.
Yeah, well, it's also like you would really struggle in the afternoons where you work and I no longer work.
Yeah, I have done.
Yeah, you've done a couple.
When,
yeah,
when,
of course
when
you
I've
have.
done them, I struggle.
Yeah, because we have the lunchtime lull where everyone generally has their breaks and so on. Then you come back and definitely towards the end, there's a real sudden, real hard rush.
Yeah.
Almost until the doors are shut. Well, actually, after the doors are shut quite often. And it's really difficult, especially as a manager, to re-motivate everybody who has just been like scrubbing doors or like getting all the dishes done or restocking things or just come off their break and had a big old McDonald's boigers. I don't know, some sort of meal that has made them sluggish. And you'd be like, remotivate, get those smiles on, let's do it, guys, high fives. And they're just like, ay.
Yeah, it's really difficult.
It is a tough time. But yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly. There are people who make it more difficult, who just spin and sweat, basically.
Yeah,
You're
and
like-
yell at the people who aren't keeping up to their level.
Yeah.
Which really frustrates me,
But
especially
it's
when
not
you're
that
in.
they're not keeping up to
No,
your
no,
level.
of
They're
course.
not keeping up
It's
to your energy.
Well, I think manic was a good word for
Yeah.
it. Manic's a great word.
And your energy is great. It probably adds a lot. But if your energy looks like stress,
Yeah.
then customers are more put off than they are by someone who's moving smooth. Like you do. You're a very casual looking person, even
Yeah.
when you're going, even when
Well,
you're
that's actually
going 110%.
That's what I was going to say. Is like when I am on, and I know I'm not on all the time or even regularly.
You're on enough.
Sometimes when I am on, I don't look that crazy. I look basically the same, but I'm
controlled.
just moving faster.
But it's people just hear, like say you're on takeaways or something.
Yeah.
And you're just throwing out names every
Yeah.
2 seconds. People just hear it and they go, these guys are magic.
Yeah.
You know? And girls. Because we've got a few doctors on the bar. Yeah, I agree with that. What else?
How about an ad? Well, it's halfway through.
Here's one now.
The episode. We're gonna do a sponsor spot, and then we're gonna do some industry news. It's gonna be a good time. You're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. I look forward to it.
Desolate winds of despair blow across your mind. Your eyes glazed over years ago, and every day you sink further back into the dark. You're alone. So very alone. Yet you still need that caffeine buzzing through your aching nervous system, and you can't bear to drink another cup of Blend 43. Is this you? Have you retreated into the isolation thanks to humanity's reliance on digital social existence platforms and the chemical warfare that has driven us all inside? Well, perhaps the terrors of the future are also your solution. We've automated every other aspect of the coffee drinking experience with Baristatron, NanoWaiter, and Cookbot. But now we've taken that final step. Introducing iCompanion, a fully foldable coffee date companion with a host of features. State-of-the-art voice recognition software detects the sharp intake of breath to make sure iCompanion always begins speaking the moment you're about to. And it's constantly erasing random access memory means every story begun has a 97% chance of ending halfway or beginning again and again without ever leading anywhere, while hypersensitive visual sensors guarantee iCompanion is distracted by the most mundane of surrounding stimuli. And when it comes time to pay, iCompanion's spring-loaded My Treat arm flurries multiple credit cards, casually asserting dominance, in the general direction of any tap and pay facilities, of course making sure to knock over any nearby displays or tip jars. All the while, iCompanion's strangely wet lips repeat numerous subtly self-glorifying phrases such as, "No, believe me, I'm doing so well at the moment. You must let me treat you. And oh please, you're having such a hard time." So if you're in need of a little caffeine-fueled, socially mandated catch-up, then look no further than iCompanion. iCompanion, we must catch up soon.
Industry news.
Hey, welcome to Industry News, baby. I'm going to tell you all the news from the industry that we work in. We work in hospitality. This is Hospitality Industry News.
That was good.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
George
Columbaris.
Columbaris.
There you go.
Columbaris.
Come on, boys.
Come on, boy.
George, come on, boys. Gather round. We got stars from the industry.
Oh, man, we derailed that.
Yep.
Hey, I watched an interview with him.
My sensibilities.
Hey, let's give an introduction, because we've got some people... I should stop fiddling with noise-making devices while I'm recording.
Yeah.
Some people who listen to this podcast aren't in Australia. They're from America and other places. We've got a friend in Iran.
A Fran.
A friend in Iran.
It's lovely to hear from you, Fran.
A Fran, is that a type of cake, or I'm thinking Frayons? Kind of close.
Or a flan.
Flan. Thinking of flan.
We're always thinking of flan.
That's our tagline.
Out there in Iran. An Iran flan? You kidding me? Give me some of that sweet treat.
So let's explain this guy. He was one of the hosts on MasterChef, which is,
Is it a flan if it's in Iran?
We'll be right back.
With these messages from our new sponsors, Iran flan.
Oh boy, a very well-known and well-regarded, cooking show called MasterChef.
Yeah, it's well regarded, man.
Well-regarded?
I don't know about the actual. I've read a little interview with one of the guys who felt like he didn't deserve to be on there. He thought he was too amateur. But you're so removed from everything during the entire filming process, right? You couldn't have your phone, you couldn't contact anyone. All you had was a massive library of cooking books. I don't know what you're about to talk to, but I'm taking over.
Yeah, this is good. This will
and
be
a
better.
massive library of cooking books. So he felt in the time that they were recording that he pretty well learned how to become an incredible chef.
Oh.
Well, yeah, a very, very good chef.
Yeah.
which I found really interesting. So I don't think there's too much evil there.
And it's produced some great careers. People have
Yeah.
gone from MasterChef to become very successful.
Very
Lots
successful
of books.
flan pioneers.
But the hosts, George,
Columbaris.
and there was the other two. Matt?
The beautiful Mr. Toad.
Oh God, he's brilliant. Mum and me used to watch this show.
Mum and I.
Mum and I. Coming to Netflix soon. She loved it because it inspired her to cook, which was great. She got a lot better at cooking because of MasterChef, which is great. And I got a lot better because she taught me things.
Oh.
Because she's my mum and she teaches me about the world.
Yep.
Thanks, Mum.
I help.
Yeah, but she did the groundwork.
Yeah, she definitely laid
You'd
the
be
groundwork.
nothing of a teacher
I
without
was
my mum.
not there at the beginning.
Would have bloody shame though. Would have been a good time.
Yeah. Oh, mate, if I could say that when we did introductions. I'm like, I'm Mitchell Bill, this is Right Boy the Boy. I saw his head come out of his mother's betweenskimon.
Is that a swear?
I'm not sure. Well, I was going to say something worse.
Yeah.
So I changed it to
Repeat it if you can.
Candyland Fountain.
Hey, anyway, so this guy, George,
Columbaris.
brilliant. He ran a large amount of successful Wade's over it. He's put on industry grade earmuffs to not listen to us.
What
the
a
podcast.
desperate plea for attention.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. He ran a very successful, runs a very successful strain of restaurants.
Yep.
Strain. It sounds like a virus.
Yeah.
Anyway, but he got done.
He got done did.
He got done dead for underpaying his staff $8 million.
Yep.
This is not news. This is like 2 years ago.
mothers off. Ripping mothers off.
Well, they got boys who need to eat, and their boys aren't getting paid.
Yeah.
And girls in the industry that aren't getting paid enough because of George.
Columbaris.
It was a lot of fun to do that. Anyway, so this is old news. This is 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He got done for that. And his version of the story is that they were like, oh, we found an oddity in our books. We found that we're not paying our staff enough. We went to Fair Work and we told them that there was a mistake and we need to fix it.
We told them that we were paying people in cash.
Mm-hmm.
We told them that our chefs were doing 20 hours.
Yeah.
With only a half-hour break if they're lucky.
Yeah.
We told them we were dipping our squidgies in the nice soft soupies.
That's not Fair Work. That's
What?
That's a different. That's health and safety.
Oh.
You can't be dipping your.
They were
sponge.
bragging, though. We told them the secret ingredient was the squirreliest of our pubes.
Well, that derailed somewhat. What was I saying? But that was their version of the story. When I looked it up on Wikipedia, it was definitely Fair Work from my perspective. From what I read, Fair Work was the one that pulled them up because it makes no sense for them to go to Fair Work because they were like, oh, we were underpaying our staff a shitload. Let's also go get fined. Why don't we do that?
Could you quickly sort us out a quick fine?
It's insane.
We've been behaving badly.
unless there's a
need
restaurant
to
they're into BDSM.
punished.
But I doubt it because that's just bad business.
Yeah.
So the Fair Work pulled them up. But this is the whole point of why I'm bringing it up because I watched an interview with George.
Yeah.
And George is trying to spin this.
How's he doing?
Well, he cried in this interview, but it was such a weird.
People cry when they get caught and then fined.
But he didn't for the first half of the interview. That was the thing. It was like, George, how you going? Hey, why did you want to pay this stuff? And he was like, oh man, back end was all fucked up, but we fixed it thanks to Fair Work. They came and pulled us up. We went to them, in fact. We went to them because we're good boys, and they pulled us up and said, hey, we're going to fix all this shit for you. And now we don't underpay our staff. And they were like, well, that sounds a bit weird. The
What's
interview.
back end? What's that for an excuse? That's pretty vague.
Yeah, right.
Back end.
The whole point of the interview was him talking about like. We really went hard on the restaurant side of things. We had the best flans, we had the best wine lists around town, and we had some amazing stuff.
You'd think we'd be able to afford to pay our staff.
But we didn't have the back end. We put all the effort into the front end. Back end was all messed up. We were underpaying our staff.
So was it mainly in the kitchen that people weren't being paid, or was
I think it was all around. $8 million worth of kitchen stuff. That's insane.
Poor little kitchen staff.
And then she was like, what's your experience been like in this whole situation? And then there was a long pause, and he looked down, and then he came back up. He put his head down so you could not see his eyes,
to
and then
apply
he came
moisture.
back. Yeah, so it looked like that. It was so weird.
He licked his fingers, wiped them on his eyes. Oh, yuck.
And it's like it's been a hard time for old George.
Columbaris.
The point of the story is, the reason I'm bringing it up, because I watched this interview, and this happened 2 years ago, but the interview is new, talking kind of as a look back over the whole thing. Now that it's all done and dusted.
I wonder how much money he made selling them that interview. Enough to cover a fine, perhaps?
Only $200,000 as well. The fine was only $200,000 for an $8 million worth of underpayment.
Yeah, we spoke about this last time. Did he have to do the back pay, is what I'm wondering.
Yeah, they did the back pay.
They did the back pay, and then he got $200,000.
But now, the reason... So he talked about how, like, we went to Fair Work. We were the ones who put up our hands and said, hey, there's a problem. We need to fix it.
Yeah.
And so now we've paid all our staff back. We've paid the fine. We got the slap on the wrist. That was his words. Got the slap on the wrist. Oh, I've got a quote. That was the whole reason I wrote all this stuff down. Here we go. Question is there generally, though, in this industry as a whole, a cultural problem around underpayment over work? And George says, I don't want to talk for the rest of the community. We're all talking about it right now. This happened 2 years ago. No one was talking about it. We went and said, hey, there's a mistake. Yes, we need to fix it. Yes, we need to get slapped for it. And we definitely have. But we also need to now be a voice of change. And that's where he kind of turned the whole interview around to be like, we're the good guys, and we're the ones who put our hands up, and now we are going to be the leaders of this new change, this new revolution of paying our workers legally. And it really frustrated me. It was a weird interview to watch because he did lots of little spins, a lot of businessy spins, like, oh, we're the good guys now.
Yeah. He's definitely, it sounds a lot like he's paid someone to tell him what to say. Mm-hmm. A publicist.
$8 million. Can you imagine fucking $8 million? Can you imagine like a problem in the back end of your business?
The butt.
And then $8 million goes missing. There's a lot of restaurants, but still, that's fucking insane.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't go missing.
No.
Goes to George Columbaris.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah. What a squidgy McNeil. I'll tell you what, he's 3 days off Christmas. New swear words, mate. They're all the rage.
Yeah, I don't know what that one means.
He can wrap himself in 3 buns.
I like these.
Jump up.
Yep. Jump up. That's a song.
Yeah.
Jump up, up around. Jump up around.
In 3 buns.
3 bun deep, bun B. 3 bun B, that's a rapper. Bun B is a rapper.
That's a good hip-hop crew. 3 bun me.
3 bun me?
Yeah.
Or 3 bar me?
Sure.
Like the roll?
Free bun me. And I just hold my hand out.
Get free buns.
Yeah.
Wait, is that just women throw themselves or men? Everyone has buns.
Oh, I was thinking of just a nice white roll.
Yeah, well, I would would I prefer a good butt or a white roll? I really like white rolls.
Yeah. It's one
fresh?
of my favorite Bo Burnham songs. Where is there anything better than sex? Yes, a really good book. I changed one of the lyrics because it was too sweary. Hey, what happens now?
I'll go into another topic. Another
Great.
bit of industry news.
Hit me
That's
with
all.
another
Fuck
topic.
George, I guess, is my point. Autonomo Coffee is creating coffee without coffee beans. I heard a cat shouting in the background.
Yeah.
She's fine,
Cat
though.
loves it.
She's like, what? Need them beanies. Does that mean anything else? No, I don't think so. So, this is off their website. What is molecular coffee? Coffee.
What is molecular coffee?
That's their fans asking, and here's
Yeah.
them answering. Well, in short, it's just coffee. Same taste, aroma, and caffeine without the bitterness of the bean.
Right.
So what they've done, what they say they've done, because there's not very much information on their website, but they've got $4 million
From who?
from people.
whom?
Kickstarter, I think they did. I think they did Kickstarter and they raised $4 million of this shit.
Of people to say, I'm sick of drinking coffee properly.
Yeah. Weird. 4 million Australian for anyone listening in Iran. They say they've reverse engineered coffee. Tomo says it looked at more than 1,000 of the compounds in coffee at a molecular level that contribute to body, mouthfeel, aroma, and color. Well, I'm gassy when I'm talking. To find these essential aromas and flavors.
1,000 different molecular compounds, or
Yeah.
just 1,000 of the same molecular compound?
Don't really clarify. There's so much little information on the website.
Sounds like a sham.
It sounds like a sham.
It's a coffee sham.
Yeah.
It's a molecule sham. One of the oldest ones in the book.
Molecule sham.
Yeah.
That's a good name for an album.
That's a sham on a molecular level, I'll say.
They talk about sustainability of the coffee industry due to climate change. So the climate change is going to ruin all the beans.
Yep.
There's not going to be any beans left, and so they're going to reverse engineer coffee.
Okay.
That's their idea.
So where do they get the molecules from?
Yeah, I don't know. This is why I bring it up.
Why do they have all these molecules on
There's
hand?
no information from them. I've tried to find it.
Is it recycled maybe somehow from
I don't
something?
think so.
Ugh, scientists, eh?
It's really weird.
The wizards of our age, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Ugh.
I think they're the wizards
Scam
of
artists.
The wizards of any age.
Scientists?
Yeah.
Well, I think some wizards in the past were probably just liars.
Sure.
You know?
But they would have used...
Some magic is, like, there's that
But they
saying,
could have made, like,
you know,
smoke bombs and shit.
science is magic that we understand. Mm-hmm. But some magic is just lies.
Is that a saying? Or are you just adding that on?
I'm adding the last part on.
It's good.
Yeah, thanks. What other sayings do you want me to amend?
What about badgers and how they're feisty?
That's not a saying.
But it can be a... Yeah. King of... improvisation.
Improv. King of... Oh, if only there was a word for coming up with different ideas and thoughts on the fly, like improvising some sort of comedy. If only there was a word for that.
Yeah, I call bullshit on this Autonomo coffee thing. It sounds really weird.
Yeah.
I watched a video about it, and they went to a school, and they were like, "Hey, try these 2 coffees. You tell me which one you like." And then the students all picked Autonomo coffee because Autonomo coffee made the video, so of course they did. Otherwise, they would have not made a video. That would make any sense to show them how shit the coffee is. But they were putting it up against Starbucks, and I was like, "Nah, could have picked a pretty shitty blend of Starbucks coffee.
Yeah.
Could be anything."
Put it up against Right Boy the Boy when he's got his fingies
Yeah.
knuckle deep in the machine.
Sure.
The machine of industry. News.
One more thing you're saying.
Yep.
Have you heard of YouTube or Skillshare?
Well, one of them. What do you mean? Why are you sneaking like something that no one's ever heard of? No one's heard of Skillshare,
If you've watched
obviously.
YouTube, you've seen Skillshare because
That's false.
Because everyone's sponsored by either Squarespace.
You thinking
or-
of podcasts?
No, Squarespace.
I've never seen a Squarespace ad on
Squarespace will
YouTube.
fucking sponsor anything.
Squarespace
Should sponsor
will
us.
fly kicking sponsor anyone.
What?
You did a swear, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get your mouth out of that sloppy gutter, you little sloppy gutter sucker. Another swear word.
Skillshare is a big sponsor. They sponsor a lot of people. Anyway, but they're like YouTuber for tutorials only.
Mm-hmm.
They just do lots of tutorials and lots of different stuff told by a lot of different people, and it's great. It's good for the price. It's great. I've learned how to draw a bird. I drew a great bird.
Why are you paying other people to teach you to draw a bird?
What do you mean?
Did you say you're paying to learn these things?
I did a free trial. I'm never going to pay
You
for
did
it.
a free trial. Okay,
You're
great.
ridiculous.
I can teach you to draw a bird.
Yeah, sure, but you're busy and sleepy.
I'm busy and sleepy.
But there's a new one out called Tipsy. And I've seen this around like as an ad on some of the hospitality websites that I'm checking out when I'm preparing for these episodes.
Miming typing.
It's basically Skillshare, but for hospitality. So people go on there and they teach you how to do bar stuff, and they teach you how to make coffee, and they teach you how to clean a plate, and how to maybe make a flan.
They teach you how to clean a plate? Was that in there?
I don't know. I didn't actually watch any of
You
this.
came up- yeah,
I'm thinking of things that you could learn
You're
about
guessing
hospitality.
of things. Yeah, okay.
But I was thinking about
Do you know
it.
what they should teach you?
Yeah.
Not you personally.
No.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
You never. I never really closed with you, but just how to use a mop.
Yeah,
I know that
sure.
sounds stupid.
No, yeah.
But it's a thing that, I mean, most kids don't know how to do.
Uh-huh.
Like they wet a mop,
Yeah.
and then they like sort of lightly drag it across in without any pressure or anything. Just
Oh,
sort of,
I'm real getting in there. I'm like whoosh whoosh.
yeah. Do you give it a spin? You give it a spin beforehand?
Spin?
Yeah, well, depending on the kind of mop you have, obviously.
Sure.
But if it's one which has the hair of a doll, if the mop head could be used as a dancing partner if it were turned the other way around, you know?
Yeah,
if it were like a
sure.
Raggedy Ann doll's
Okay,
hair.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, those ones.
Yeah.
And you give it a spin so all the hair
Yeah.
splays out in a big
Okay.
circle.
Right.
And then you give it some rigorous mopping, you know?
I don't do that.
You don't do that?
No, I will now.
Yeah, it's worth a try.
But see, this is what I'm talking about. Little things like that.
Oh, I should be putting this on
And you can,
Tittle.
if you go tipsy.
Yep.
Hashtag not a sponsor, but they should be bloody sponsoring us because we'll give them Mitchell. Can teach off it.
Yeah, I'll let's send them one email, right?
Wade. That's
Wade?
definitely Wade's job.
I looked at Wade.
It's probably my job, realistically.
I have a real job.
But I was thinking about this because, okay, if you want to go and work in like a shitty pub or a Crown casino, I don't know if actually that's maybe not so applicable. If you want to go work in like a McDonald's or something like that, or a Hungry Jack's or a Subway,
You don't have to list them all.
then you don't really need much experience. They'll show you how to build a sandwich.
Yeah.
But if you want to go and work in a place that's actually good in any way, most places want you to have at least a couple of years' experience.
Hungry Jacks.
Hungry Jack's has high standards.
Yeah.
That's why their burgers are the best.
They're not, though.
No, they're not.
No,
Though
but-
their chicken burgers are better than McDonald's chicken.
Are they?
Oh, I will say that.
Interesting.
100%. Yeah, I'll put my balls on the
Never
table
had-
for that. Is that a saying?
What was it?
I'll put my balls on the table for that.
Oh. Yeah.
Balls on the table.
Yeah, it sounds like you'll bet your balls.
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bet them. Okay, we'll try to get them to send us money.
Hungry Jack's.
No, yeah,
Tipsy.
sure. Hungry
Yeah,
Jacks
sure.
as well.
But yeah, like, so if you want to get into higher class places, especially when it comes to bar work's a lot harder, I think, if you want to get into like a place that actually does cocktails and shit like that. That's really hard to get into without experience because you need experience to get into the place that you're looking
Yep.
for. But then how do you get experience for those first couple of years if you can't get into those places? And you have to start at a pretty crap place.
Yeah.
But then that doesn't look like anything on your resume. Because then you're like, well, have you done an bar experience? You're like, well, yeah, I did this. They go, yeah, you poured a beer. But
Yeah.
can you make a Manhattan? Can you make a Tipsy Magoo?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Can you
But,
look at
stuff.
me and say, I know what'll make you happy?
Yeah.
And sort me out a drink
Yeah. You're not going
that's
to learn.
mostly nice fluffy white buns, a straw through the middle, and
You're
a
not gonna
pickle
learn
in each
that.
one.
You're not going to learn that at Macca's
No.
or at a shitty pub in the country.
That's true.
It would be actually fantastic for young people. I'm talking about like let's say like 17 and 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, to have it like a bit of an industry standard where where the industry kind of agrees that like this is a pretty go-to website if you want to learn this kind of shit.
Upskilling
Because
and-
also
yeah.
this website offers you certificates when you complete the course.
Ooh.
And it doesn't really, it's just a piece of paper, but that could be a great entry point for young people who can't get those entry-level jobs that
a good
will
start.
train you up into doing bar work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just say like, hey, look, I haven't done it, but I have got the certificate, so I know the basics. I've got the information in my head, but I need help applying it. People
Yeah.
will be much more into be like, oh yeah, sure, all right, we'll give you a couple of weeks and we can get you up to pace. Basically, we know that you know the information now. They're
that's
brilliant.
good.
I like the sound of it.
Right, the thing we actually should. Well, I mean, we've sort of already advertised them, but let's do it
This
properly.
is just shout out. I like it, but they
Yeah.
should pay us.
Yeah,
We'll do a
definitely.
better one.
Yeah.
We'll do one with less balls on tables next
Yeah.
time.
Them and I,
Or
and
more?
I run flan.
It's up to them.
Them and I run flan, and we're in business. We
Yeah.
got that flan money.
They also allow you to do ones for your business, so you can actually pay them, and then they'll come out. This is America, I assume. I don't think it's actually in Australia, but you can pay them. They bring the crew out. They film it with you in the video, teaching your staff. That would suck for small businesses, but for bigger businesses, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So it sounds fun.
Great.
Cool. Industry news done. I think.
Yep. Great. What's up next?
I think it's time for some feedback. Feedback.
Hey, you have found a space where you think, hey, I'm just gonna put my rage in here. I'm gonna tell you no. Here's feedback.
Doing all the feedback stuff with Mitchell and Rye. We'll call it feedback. It's time for feedback.
Thanks to 3 friends and some awkward upholstery for that intro. This is Feedback. Yes. Small applause. Thank you all around. Hey, give me your name. Give me a place.
Big Totters.
Big Totters is the name of the place.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the place. Give me a name of a person. Just
Oh,
for
yeah.
fun.
Frankie Frank.
Frankie Frank has
Sure.
visited
Big Totters.
Big Totters. Frankie Frank says, couldn't get my order right. Then the coffee was burnt and flavorless. Had all the hallmarks of a shot that had been used twice. A somewhat typical profit margin tactic.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Nah,
Would have been
everyone's
water-
doing that.
Would have been watery, first of all. Not to get too specific, no, technical.
Yeah. Let's just go from the top again. And
Sure.
I'm not actually angry about this. This
just a
person was
misun-
clearly sent a really bad coffee.
Sure, but it's just a misunderstanding or
But
a lack of knowledge.
There is, terminology in there that makes your complaint, if you send it to a barista, if it were any baristas that we work with, they'd just be like, yep, sure, and they'd fix it. But a lot of the times, people get really offended when you bring something back and say, burnt, because it's not always the way it is. But couldn't get my order right. Then the coffee was burnt and flavorless. Burnt is a flavor.
Strong flavor. Overbearing.
If it's flavorless, it's generally incredibly watery, I would think. Is that maybe what they're trying to get to? But had all the hallmarks of a shot that had been used twice. I have never in my life seen that. And if you try to do that...
I haven't tried. I've accidentally done it. Many times.
Sometimes you press the button on the wrong handle.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoops, that one's definitely the second shot. Because, guys, it comes out like water. It
is
usually when
water.
you pull a cup... Wait, yeah, that's why. It's
do you know
run
how-
out of
Coffee.
solubles to come out with the water, and now just water is being run through stuff.
Yeah.
There's nothing else coming out.
Yeah.
It's water with a bit of... It looks sort of urine-y, if anything.
Yeah.
It's not
If you're not well.
possible. I have worked in a... Yeah, of course. Sorry. Mine doesn't look like that.
Yeah. Mine fluctuates.
Your urine fluctuates?
Yeah.
In stream? Because you should
Stream,
look into that.
Pace. Color.
Quality.
Quality.
pH levels.
Scent.
Scent. Value.
Sometimes it's liquid gold.
A somewhat typical profit
Yeah,
margin
that frustrates
tactic.
me.
So there's so many things wrong with that. This isn't a funny one, actually. It's just it's just
Saved it.
profit margin tactics don't involve giving you something that you don't enjoy ever.
Yeah.
Profit Marvin.
Marvin.
Profit Marvin has
Prophet
always
Marvin on the town.
said.
He runs this town.
Prophet Marvin, also known as George Columbaris, has always said the way to make more money is to screw over your own people, not the customer.
Yeah.
You
the
know?
people who have to come back.
Yeah, repeat business is everything for all businesses,
Yeah.
except for coffins.
Damn it. Yeah. I was just about to say funeral homes.
Yeah,
but
that's
coffins.
Yeah, we did it together.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, but you got to it first.
Yeah, and we'll die together.
All
Are
right. Yeah. All right.
you okay?
Well, you're a little older. I don't want to. I would like to live a little longer.
I've got a 5-year plan.
Okay.
It ends in our death.
5? 5 from now?
So the next one, give me a cocktail bar.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this cocktail bar is called yeah.
How do you spell that? How do you spell the inflection at the end? That's interesting.
It's higher up. Give me the name of the person who's reviewing it.
Mama Big One.
Mama Big One. About yeah. Looking forward to a drink at this establishment. However, after finding free seats at a table despite lack of table service at the door, we were told to go back to the door quite rudely. So, they've walked in,
Yeah.
they found some free seats at a table,
Yeah.
and then someone came up to them and was like, no, you wait at the door.
Yeah.
And they had to go back to the door and wait.
Yeah.
All right, that's the first step.
I've been in that situation. I've sat down and been told to go
ushered
back.
back to the door.
Yeah.
The waiter then proceeded to ignore us and do several walk pasts with an empty tray. Not seen this level of pretentious attitude in a very long time. As an expat, very sad to come back to Melbourne to be treated like a minion.
As a what? As an ex?
Expat. Someone who used to live here in Melbourne.
Okay.
Yeah. Very sad to come back to Melbourne to be treated like a minion by pseudo hipsters masquerading as a barbershop quartet wanker.
They're just busy, bruh.
No. I've been here.
Is it? Are they spot on?
Yeah, they're spot on. I reckon that this review is probably accurate.
Oh, okay. I was so ready to defend them, but let's...
No, you don't always have to. You know, it's very easy for hospitality people to just be like, no, you don't know what it's like, man.
Yeah.
Not that that's how you talk. It's more like,
Well, I should say-
that's you don't know what it's like, man. That's
That's
more
me.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
But
She said zoinks at the end. My catchphrase. Everyone knows it. My butt.
Pseudo hipsters were masquerading as barbershop quartet wankers. We left and received with gracious hospitality elsewhere. Blah blah blah.
Even masquerading as a barbershop quartet's even pretty difficult.
Yeah, because you never get a bloody song out of them. You're like, oh, this will be good. Look at all these vesty mustachioed tanks.
Okay.
Swear word.
Sure.
What? You got a better swear word?
Muff.
That's
Muff.
that is a swear word.
And is it a swear word?
In a way.
Pretty light.
Get creative. Yeah, they are bloody well. How can you let someone come? Okay, I know if you have please wait here for table service and then someone sits down, some people get quite eye rolly about it. But you
Yeah.
approach them if the place is empty and you're like, oh, did someone seat you? Oh, I'm sorry. Usually someone will show you to your seat. That's why
Yeah.
nobody's come to you. We actually need this table for something.
Yeah.
I might just move you over to the booth over here.
This
It's
is
a little bit
actually-
more comfy anyway.
This is actually the stage for the barbershop quartet.
This is where we're about to do Baba Black Sheep, probably.
Well, yeah.
That's the one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Barbaran, that's it.
Barber.
Barbaran. Have you any wool?
Oh, if that's not already a mashup, that has to be a mashed up. Yeah,
That simply must be mashed up.
Actually, knows how DJs talk.
Hey, what about this one for Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Ah, well, that would have been good for Mama Big One.
1 star.
But she wasn't there. So it was Joe Howie. That's just a name.
Yep,
Joe Howie.
There you go. Joe Howie says 1 star. They ran out of chicken. However, this next person,
The magpie was great.
the next person whose name is Magpie was great.
Yeah, Billy Witch Doctor. That's
Billy Witch Doctor.
Sure.
They didn't let us order just because we were from Northcote High School, and I think this is so unfair because the Santa Maria kids can order with no problem, but we can't just because we go to Northcote High.
What?
These kids went to KFC and seem to be under the impression that they cannot order the fried chickens because they go to
We're
a
not
certain
taking our fried chicken.
yeah, but because they go to one particular school. But I think the real issue is that they're out of chicken. Oh dear, what a bunch of tomfoolery.
That's insane.
This has been a pretty clean episode of How Can We Help You?
Yeah, tried.
You
my
tried.
Yeah.
You didn't do as incredibly as me, but I'd
That's
still
because I am one bad boy.
and I'd still take you home to meet me mams.
I'm sure she loved me.
Yeah, she's not at my house though. But you can come over if you want, have a cup of tea.
Yeah, sure.
How can we help you? We help you all with the hospitality. Check us out. This is all of our Instagram handles. I'm going to guess them. Right Boy the Boy is called at Ryan Bryan put his toes in your fryer. Wayde the Spade is at Wados Elspadios meets the Greek seas. I am at Mitchell.Bill. This has been at How Can We Help You
geez.
podcast. Follow us, subscribe, touch our butts online or in public.
And actually, though, our actual handle, because we want to start plugging this properly, Go on Instagram. How can we help you podcast? Search us
I
up.
did that one. I did the important ones.
Did you? At
Yeah.
what point did you do the important ones?
I did mine and at How Can We Help You podcast.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Search it up because we want to get your questions and your stories about crazy things that have happened in the industry or queries about why do I keep getting spoons with... I didn't have anything to follow that up with.
What an odd attempt at some improv. What about you send in a line about why I keep getting spoons? You're
I
a,
really suck at
you're a
improvisation.
zany twerp and we love you for it. Thanks for listening, possibly all the way through.
Yeah.
Why'd you just burp? Why'd you just burp as we're doing outros?
'cause I gave
Fade
up.
us out during this argument. Hey, why'd you just burp during this? And then Wayde's gonna fade us out.
I'm just trying to
What?
be my best. I'm trying to do the things, but I
Alright.
just am giving up.